I was still alive. I was on my way to the church when I heard it.
Mother? Murderer! He did it! That man shot my husband!
Now, to unlock the grip of minor arthritis pain comes Icy Hot's new form of temporary relief. Introducing the Stick from Icy Hot. The stick is so easy to use. It smooths on cool and concentrates heat where you need it most. Ah, Icy Hot. Now get temporary relief from minor arthritis pain in an easy-to-use form. The Stick, new from Icy Hot.
That's relief.
Health the hair, uncover your highlight. Health the hair, discover your glow.
Helsa Swedish Botanical Shampoos and Conditioners. 5 formulas, one to highlight your hair color.
Discover your glow. Health the hair.
Hey, Mom, want to see a neat trick?
Sure.
Look, you can read your name on the table.
That's because I dust with Pledge.
Her world seemed like a beautiful dream, but the pressure and strain got to be too much, and it all came crashing down. If it ever happens to you, there's a place that can help. The HCA Mental Health Resource Center. So when the pressures of life start to get you down, call for help now. 795-0646.
Houston's Powerful Women, tonight.
This was the scene at St. Paul's Church just moments ago when word came that Senator Mark Denning had been shot and critically injured by an unknown assailant. The senator's bride-to-be, Clarissa McCandless, was rushed to University Hospital, where she is now awaiting word of the senator's condition. Reports at this time are conflicting, some claiming that Senator Denning was dead upon arrival at the hospital, others listing this alive but in extremely critical condition. Also on the scene at St. Paul's was the senator's daughter, television anchorwoman Sloan Denning-Clegg, who was to serve as Clarissa McCandless's matron of honor here today.
Oh, my God. Miss Blake, I really don't have time to talk to you right now.
I think you better make some time. It's about Josh Harrington.
This is Jerome Kilmer at St. Paul's Church. What was to have been a joyous occasion has turned into tragedy. We have just learned that Senator Mark Denning was shot, apparently while preparing
Sam!
where he was
Sam, come
to
quickly!
Clarissa McCandless. He was rushed to University Hospital, where he's fighting for his life.
Mark Denning was shot.
Details of the shooting are still sketchy at this time. The motive is unknown. This is perhaps another assassination attempt.
Oh my
One
God.
of the many which
Sam,
marred the
you don't think
political
Paulie did
landscape
this,
of
do you?
country and ended the careers of many great men.
That's him! That man shot my husband! Mother, calm down, bitch. You don't know what you're talking about. Murderer! Mother. Now you tell him why. You shot
Mrs.
my
Denning,
husband.
you're
Now you tell him
hysterical.
why. Mother, I will tell you why. Because he's in love with Clarissa McCandless.
Press those hot, tender, flaky crescent rolls, please.
Happy fresh dough.
Charity, I'm on my way to the hospital. Mark Denning's been shot.
I know. I heard it on the radio. That's why I'm here.
You know something about this?
No, but I have strong feelings that someone may be about to make an attempt on my life.
You mentioned Harrington. Does this have something to do with him?
Everything. Said, I might have done something I may not live to regret. I went to see Harrington.
What for?
I wanted to confront him about a bomb that was being placed aboard the plane that Glenn Marriott was flying. A plane that was carrying evidence here to Washington in the First Crime Committee.
Who told you about the bomb?
Well, actually, you did in a way. See, I was standing outside your door and I accidentally overheard someone telling you that Harrington was responsible for blowing up that plane.
Do you have any idea who it was you accidentally overheard?
I didn't recognize the voice, but if you gave me a choice of 3, I'd throw out the first 2, and I'd figure it was Victor Markham.
Why? Why'd you go to Josh Harrington? Knowing this guy's a murderer, instead of coming to me first, what was on your mind?
I was thinking about Glenn and the horrible way he died. Said Josh Harrington killed the man I love, and still love, and I just wanted to know if it was true.
Well, so you gonna go ask him, see if he'd confess?
I just wanted to watch his face when I suggested that they reopen the investigation into the crash and that information had come to light.
You might as well run up a red flag. Now he knows someone's onto him.
I didn't tell him directly. I didn't point it to him directly. Accuse him.
Charity, he read you like a book. I guarantee you. You've stumbled onto something you don't even know how big it is. You think you're the only one after Josh Harrington.
I don't care who else is after Harrington. He killed the man I love, and I want to see him dead.
Charity, listen to me. You want to live to see justice done? You lay low. You stay out of this. You've grabbed the rattler by the tail. There's no telling where he'll strike next.
All right, Senator, I think that covers just about everything. Of course, you may be called down to the station later for further questioning.
I'm at your disposal. I'll help in any way I can. Mark Denning was my friend.
He's not dead yet, Senator. You know, there is one point I'd like to review. The voices you heard after you knocked on the door to give the Senator your good wishes.
I didn't actually knock because the voices were raised in argument.
I'm sorry, that's right, you didn't knock. You heard the argument, and the voice you didn't recognize said, "Don't do it," or words to that effect.
That's correct.
How would you characterize his voice? Was it angry, threatening?
I don't know. I suppose threatening now that you mention it, but it didn't occur to me that Mark was in any trouble, any physical danger.
So you just walked away?
Yes, of course. I wasn't going to stand there and eavesdrop.
And no one saw you leave?
I don't think so. I didn't see a soul till I went downstairs to the dining room to have lunch with Paula Denning.
Ah, yes, the ex-wife. How well do you know Mrs. Denning?
Well, we travel on the same social circuit, same fundraisers, same parties, share an occasional lunch or dinner. That's about as deep as it goes. I frankly don't see how this can help you find out who shot Mark in cold blood.
Let me tell you a little something about murder, Senator. Most of them aren't planned or premeditated. They happen in the heat of the moment. Just like that. Not cold-blooded at all.
You're suggesting I'm a suspect?
You're free to go.
You didn't answer my question.
In a case like this, no clues, no witnesses, everybody's a suspect, Senator. Everybody.
Oh, you thought you were so clever, the two of you? Well, I saw through what was happening all along. You deny it. Deny it if you can. Deny that you and Clarissa are in love with each other.
Somebody better get that woman out of here. She's obviously hysterical.
Hysterical? I'm not hysterical. I'm telling the truth.
Sloan, your mother is in shock. I'm going to prescribe a mild sedative.
No, Mother, come on. I don't need any sedative.
Hal,
I don't need any sedative.
could you help me take Mrs. Denning down to an examining room so we can give her something to calm her down?
Oh, believe me, that man shot your father. Fucking Clarissa.
Mother, you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Mr. Morgan, I was under the impression you were going back to your island.
So was I.
I had every intention of going back to Columbia last night, but I couldn't go. Fog was too heavy. Pilot insisted we delay until this morning. Then I heard the news about the senator being shot. I'm so sorry. If there's anything at all that I can do, please.
Thank you. I'm afraid there's nothing that anyone can do now except pray that Mark comes through this alive.
Ah, the rabbit.
Make your meal sing with real cheese.
You know, Paula just might have done it. After all, she shot Clarissa and got away with it.
Oh, Sam, this is very different. I mean, Paula was... Well, she was sick then. She hated Clarissa, but I don't really think she could have shot Mark. In her own crazy way, she's still in love with the man.
I wonder how Brenda's holding up in this. I'm going to call the hospital and see if she needs me to come down there.
Excuse me, Mrs. Clegg.
Yes, Grace, what is it?
It's the young man upstairs, Master Dillon. I heard him moaning when I walked past his bedroom. Maybe someone should check on him.
Thank you, Grace. I rue the day Brenda dragged in that poor, pathetic creature. I swear, Sam, in our next lifetime, we're going to raise minks, not children.
Yeah, wait, slow. I wonder if Trey knows what's happened.
I don't want his name mentioned in this house again. I told you that.
Sorry. Just thought that times like these brings people closer together. My mistake.
No, it was mine. I didn't mean to jump down your throat. That was aimed at your brother, not you.
Well, it usually ends up one of us. I guess you're pretty disappointed with all of us, aren't you, Dad?
Well, you can say that. Except you lately. That job in Atlantic City seems to agree with you. You've done well. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. But I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
Uh-oh, here it comes. You want a raise, don't you? Well, I can't say you haven't earned it.
No, sir. I don't want to raise. I want to quit.
Quit? Why? I thought you loved working at the casino. Nightlife, pretty women.
Yeah, well, let's just say the charm has sort of run so thin. Let's just keep it at that, okay?
No, that's not at all like you. What's the matter? You in some kind of trouble?
No. Nothing like that.
Well, you don't need money. You're not in any trouble. It's a woman, isn't it? Jody?
Look, it's over. It's no big deal.
Oh, it doesn't sound like it's over. Who is she? Someone at the casino?
No. Dad, look. She's nowhere around. I don't know where she is. And frankly, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care.
I've just come from the courthouse. I'm afraid the news isn't very good.
When can I get out of here?
Usually, under these circumstances, the bail is minimum.
Not in my case?
I'm afraid not. It seems that Congressman Covington has pulled some very well-connected strings to ensure that you stay in jail, at least for the time being. The judge has set your bail exceptionally high.
How much?
$50,000. That means you have to come up with $5,000 to get out of here. Do you have that kind of money?
And they might as well have asked for $5 million.
Any relatives, any friends you can
No,
call?
there is no one.
Leanne, are you all right?
No, I'm not all right. I need my pills. They took them away when I got in here.
I'll arrange for you to see the prison doctor.
I can't wait for the damn doctor.
Why? What's wrong with you, Leanne?
I'm dying, Mrs. McGregor. Those pills are for pain.
Listen, are you sure that Mark was going to tell Mom who you really are?
That's what he said. He felt he couldn't go through with the wedding knowing I was still alive.
We can't tell her now. It'd be too much of a shock now.
Of course not. I know she couldn't take it.
Did anyone else know that you were at his room in the club?
I don't know, but I certainly didn't go over there under any cover. We had quite an argument. Anyone could have heard us.
What if somebody else knew that you were there? Police call you in for questioning. What if they find out who you really are?
Let's just hope they don't. I can hedge a little. But, Thomas, I can't lie to the police.
You and I both know that you didn't shoot Mark. But if the police find out that you're my father, well, in their eyes, it gives you a heck of a motive for wanting to shoot him.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Dr. Ehrlich. He's part of the hospital trauma team. He wants to talk to the family.
Oh, God, Thomas, I wish there were something I could do to help your mother right now.
Yeah, but you can't. Look, why don't you back to the apartment? I'll keep you posted about things here, okay?
The senator is comatose, but he's stabilized. We're prepping him for surgery right now to try to remove the bullet.
Doctor, when can I see him?
It'll be a while, Mrs. McCandless. Surgery like this normally takes 3 to 4 hours, and then they go straight to ICU. I suggest you all go home and try to get some rest.
I think that's a good idea for all of us.
Now, I must warn you, there's quite a crowd of reporters in the lobby. Mrs. McCandless, would you like the hospital to make a statement?
No. No, I'd like it to be something more personal. Dad, why don't you talk to them? Just something simple.
Of course, honey, but don't you think you ought to take the doctor's good advice and go
No.
home?
No, I'm going to stay right here. I have to until I know that Mark is okay. But the rest of you don't have to stay. I mean, you can go.
Clarissa, I would like to stay with you if that's all right. And, you might need someone.
Oh, sweetheart, thank you. I'm okay. Besides, I think Wally might need some help, too.
I'm just real sorry about everything that's happened.
No, and it's all right. Everything is going to be all right, okay?
take you home, okay? Mom, I'm gonna come back.
Okay.
When you see Mark, you let him know that we're all praying for him, okay?
I will, sweetie. I love you.
I love you too, Ma. See you soon.
You all right, Mom?
Sure.
I'm going crazy standing around here. Did you mind if I go back to Mark's club and see how the investigation's going?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll stay here with Mom.
Good, I'll keep you posted.
Tyler, be careful.
I promise, Mom.
Tyler, find out who did this to Mark. Please.
Hello, Mother. Daddy, you too. Love my classes here at CU. Just one problem. It's my laundry.
At Dunkin' Donuts, it's always time to make the donuts.
I really want you to think twice before leaving the casino. I'll back you up, but I won't take you back.
I understand.
You know, your brother refused to listen to me. Now he's blown it all. I don't want to see you make the same mistake.
Dad, I don't think this is the same thing.
All I'm asking is that you think it over.
I will.
Good. Now I better get up and see how Myrna and Brenda's friend is getting along. Remember what I told you, Jody. Never let a woman get in the way of your career. It's bad business.
Oh, Master Geordie, phone call for you.
Thank you, Grace. Yellow.
I said fast, it's me.
Leanne?
I guess you've been wondering what happened to me.
Don't flatter yourself. I think you have pulled your last disappearing act.
Well, I know it looks bad, but I can explain everything.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet.
Jordan, I've been arrested. I'm in jail.
Well, you know, even in jail, they let you have one phone call. It has been days, Leanne. I left you at my hotel. I come back and you're gone. Again. At least you could have contacted me, told me where you were. Now what's going on?
Well, I'm calling you now, aren't I?
You okay?
I'm okay. How about you?
I'm not so great.
Well, listen, Jordan, I have a little problem. They won't let me out of this rat hole until I come up with $5,000 for the bail.
I see. I mean, you can't call me to tell me whether you're dead or alive, but you can call me to borrow some money? Well, that certainly changes the story, doesn't it? Thank you very much, Leanne.
Is that what you think? I guess I made a mistake. Sorry to have bothered you, Jordan.
Yeah? Why can I not get that woman out of my mind? Hey, you guys.
Do you know what happened?
Yeah, it's on the TV. How's Mike doing?
He's alive, in a coma. I took him up to surgery a couple hours ago.
You gonna be okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go back to the hospital, be with my mom. You sure you're all right?
Yeah, I guess so. I just keep thinking about her and Mark, and I just don't understand. Why did this have to happen, Wally?
I know, Brenda. I don't know.
So,
Hi.
came as soon as I could. Any word on your father?
No, not yet. They took him down to surgery a little while ago.
Yeah, how about you? How are you doing?
I just left my mother down the hall screaming while the doctor tried to give her a sedative. What else could I expect? My mother has always been useless in a crisis. And I keep thinking about my father down there on that operating table. He's always been there for me. And no one else has been.
You'll be all right. You're not alone.
Oh, God. I don't want him to die. Please don't let him die.
down, sit down.
How's Mark? Have they started operating yet?
The surgery started a half hour ago. Everything is going according to procedure. All we can do now is, wait.
Thomas, I need you to be honest with me.
I'll try.
Is Mark going to live?
I don't know. That's up to God, and the doctor's doing the surgery, and Mark himself. But he is a strong man. He's got that much in his favor.
If he comes through all of this, is he going to be all right? Is there going to be brain damage?
Well, Mom, we won't know anything until we get him out of surgery and in recovery, but he's made it this far. That's a good sign. He's got a fighting chance.
Well, Mark is a man who always knows how to fight back. I know that. Thomas, why would anyone want to kill Mark?
I don't know.
Is Paula right? I mean, could Jared Morgan have shot Mark?
No.
Then why did he tell everyone he was going back to Column Bay? Why is he still here?
You know that as well as I do. He loves you, Mom. He's not a murderer.
You the detective in charge?
Reno Ames, Metro Police. Should I know you?
Tyler McCandless. I work with Senator Denning on the Crime Commission.
Right, you're the gentleman who found Senator lying here.
Yes.
According to my men, you stated that there was no one in this room or outside in the corridor when you found Senator Denning lying here.
That's right.
Do you have any idea who might have been with the senator earlier this morning?
No, I don't. Why?
We have a witness. Says he heard Senator Denning arguing with another man not long before the shooting.
He didn't see anyone.
Nope.
Well, it sounds like you have a good suspect. Got any clues?
Take a look down here. See these impressions in the carpet? Could have been made by a lady's high-heeled shoe or with a walking stick. Do you know anybody who uses a cane, Captain?
I do, yes. A man named Jared Morgan.
Fisher-Price has watched enough toddlers to know that there are times to play quietly and times when no one can catch you. Times to sit down.
Plaza, Sharpstown Center, and Greenspoint Mall.
Give a little, get a lot.
I've taken my jacket off. Mrs. Denning, please. Dr. McCandless prescribed this medicine for you.
No, no pills. I've got to get out of here.
Please stop it. Oh, Daddy, he's got surgery right now. There's absolutely nothing you can do. Now, you need to relax. Please take your pills.
Flo, you're just as bad as everybody else. Why is everybody so hell-bent on keeping me prisoner here while Clarissa McCandless is with my husband?
Thomas, what's happening? He's been in there for 2 hours.
Oh, Mom, it's a very delicate procedure. It takes time, that's all. Look, Mark is very strong, and Dr. Stevenson is one of the best neurosurgeons in the country.
Oh, I just wish this were all over and we knew he was going to be all right.
Well, frankly, I'm more worried about you right now. Come on. Why don't I take you down to the cafeteria and get you something to eat?
No, I couldn't eat anything.
All right, well, then let me find you a room so you can lie down.
Thomas, be honest with me. Is Mark going to die?
Oh, Mom, don't even think that.
Oh, if he does, I'll never forgive myself.
What are you talking about? You have nothing to blame yourself for.
Thomas, I love Mark so much. Really, I do. Oh, how could I ever have thought of anyone else, even for a moment?
Mr. Morgan?
Yes?
Detective Lieutenant Ames, Metro Police.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, come on in.
I heard about your surgery. That's quite a success story.
Oh, you bet it is. It's the first time I've walked in 10 years.
Packing or unpacking?
Mind telling me what this is all about?
I'm investigating the shooting of Senator Mark Denning. And I understand you were in Senator Denning's room at the Lincoln Club this morning. That true?
Felt the pain with the warming power of Bengay.
Look, sir, you're the fourth person I've talked to, okay? I'm looking for a Leanne Foster. Yeah, that's right, Foster. She was arrested about 3 days ago in Atlantic City. I know she's in one of your jails. I just can't find her. No, wait a minute. Don't transfer me, okay? This is the fourth... Just tell me...
Jordy, has Wally called?
No, he hasn't.
Guess there's still no news about Mark. I don't get it. I mean, who would want to shoot Mark? He and Clarissa are just the greatest people. And I just feel so sorry for her. She looks so lost. So what's with you? You look kind of down.
Leanne just called.
Well, that's great. What'd she have to say?
You ready for this? She's in jail.
She's in jail?
Jail. She called me for the bail money.
Oh, wait a second. Why is Leanne in jail?
Well, she borrowed a little money from a U.S. congressman and forgot to tell him about it.
So why would she do something like that?
Well, she claims she has a sick sister, but she promises me she's going to pay back all the money.
What, and you don't believe her?
Sweetheart, I don't know what to believe at this point.
Well, Jordy, this just doesn't make any sense. I mean, maybe there's been a mistake.
Yeah, it was my mistake. I must be crazy to get mixed up in this thing.
Come on, you don't mean that.
You know, why didn't she come to me the minute this happened? I would have given her the bail money. She doesn't give me a chance.
Because she's proud, Jordy. I mean, it must have killed her to have to even tell you she's in jail, that she needs the money. So you're going to give it to her, aren't you?
I don't know where she is. She's in some jail in Atlantic City. No one will tell me exactly where.
You really hung up on her, aren't you?
Look, she lies to me as easily as she talks. And she leaves me every time she gets close, and now I find out she's a thief. I must be crazy to care about that lady. But I do.
All right, Mom, now listen to me. You have nothing to blame yourself for. God is not going to punish you for having ambivalent feelings about Jared Morgan.
Had.
Okay, had. But the point is, you'd made a commitment to Mark. You were about to walk down the aisle and be his wife.
I was committed to Mark, and I still am.
I know that.
No, Mark will live. I will be his wife. Oh, please, dear God, let Mark come through this. Oh.
Hi, Mom. How's Mark?
Well, he's still on surgery. They're about to remove the bullet now.
How you holding up, Mom?
Well, I've been trying to get her to go lie down, but she won't listen to me.
Mom, he's right. You really should get some rest.
Not until we know that Mark is okay.
He's gonna make it, Mom. There's so many people that love him that are pulling for him.
I know, and that's what I'm holding on to. So, what did you find out at the Lincoln Club?
Yeah, the police have any suspects yet?
I don't have much. And the one lead they are following, I think, is gonna upset both of you.
What is it?
Police think the last person to see Mark before he was shot was Jarrett Morgan.
No, Tyler, that can't be. Jarrett could never have done such a terrible thing.
Look, I know how much both of you like the man, but how can you be sure? How well do any of us really know Jarrett Morgan?
Would you prefer to call a lawyer, Mr. Morgan, before we continue?
No, I don't think I'll need an attorney, Lieutenant.
Did you visit Senator Denning this morning?
Yes, I did.
On what purpose?
To congratulate him on his wedding, to wish him well.
Are you a close friend of Senator Denning's?
No, I'm a friend of the fiancée, Clarissa McCandless.
Mr. Morgan, raised voices were heard coming from Senator Denning's room. Were you and Senator Denning arguing?
It was a misunderstanding, that's all.
About what?
About my friendship with Mrs. McCandless.
Are you saying that Senator Denning was jealous of that friendship?
I'm just saying that he misinterpreted it, that's all.
You own a gun, Mr. Morgan?
Yes, I do. For protection.
May I see the gun?
course. Doesn't seem to be here.
Is that right?
Well, it's probably packed somewhere else. I had a lot of boxes sent ahead to Colin Bay.
What kind of a gun was it?
It was a silver snub-nose .38 special.
I suggest you find that gun for us, Mr. Morgan. Soon.
Look, Detective Ames, I don't know what you're driving at, but I did not shoot Mark Denning. I had absolutely no reason to want him dead.
Is that a fact, Mr. Morgan?
You spend so much time trying to keep your face soft and smooth. But aren't you forgetting something? Your
is Taster's Choice.
You know, love is funny, Jordy, because you just can't help who you fall in love with.
Who said I was in love?
You are. Are you kidding? You've even got all the symptoms. You just don't know it. I'm going to go up and call Wally and see if I can reach her at the hospital, okay?
You can deal. Dealer always has the advantage. What's the matter, Pit Boss? Chicken? You know what I want?
Tell me.
I want to stay here with you. Dancing all night long, drinking champagne, watching the sun come up.
What else?
Isn't that enough? Make love to me, Jordan. Please. Listen to me, Jordan. This is who I am. I can't change. I don't want to change.
I'm not going to stand by and watch you kill yourself. Leanne? Leanne?
No, don't.
Excuse me.
What?
Leanne?
She had him killed. Oh, my God.
All I wanted to do was take care of you. Don't you know that I love you? Sweetheart, I don't want to lose you.
That's it.
What are you doing?
DCPD. You know why I couldn't find Leanne in Atlantic City? Because that congressman filed a complaint right here, and they brought her back for the arraignment.
You're not in love with the lady, right, Jordy?
Just don't give me a hard time. I'm just going to get her out of jail, okay?
Why did you cut Mrs. McCandless's picture out of the newspaper?
Oh, come on, Lieutenant. You see a friend's picture in a newspaper, you cut it out.
How did you meet Mrs. McCandless?
She worked at the hospital. After my surgery, she was very kind to me. She was very helpful with my therapy. In fact, if it weren't for Mrs. McCandless's kindness and her faith in me, I'd still be in that wheelchair. She was there when I first stood, when I took my first step. She encouraged me. She believed in me. That's a type of thing that creates a bond between people. That's how we became friends. Does that answer your question, Lieutenant?
For now. But I have to ask you not to leave town, Mr. Morgan.
Hello.
Detective Ames there.
Yes, just a moment. It's for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I ran that check on Senator Denning's ex-wife that you asked for.
What have you got, Jim?
Well, to put it mildly, Paula Denning's dossier makes for some pretty wild reading.
Mother, will you please listen to me? Look, you are not Daddy's wife anymore. He is going to marry Clarissa.
It's a bitter day when one's own daughter goes over to the enemy.
Mother, you and Daddy are divorced.
Just because two people sign a silly piece of paper doesn't mean that the strong bond between them is severed. That will endure forever.
Mother, you are deluding yourself.
There is only one, Mrs. Mark Denning. Me. Me, and it's going to stay that way.
Oh, Mother, please.
Clarissa doesn't deserve him. She doesn't even love him. She's in love with Jared Morgan. Jared Morgan shot your father because Clarissa lured him on.
That is crazy, Mother. Crazy.
Oh, I wish that Clarissa were in that operating room right now instead of Mark. Mark doesn't deserve it.
Mother, shut up. I can't take this anymore. My God, do you ever think of anybody but yourself?
Oh, darling. Oh, darling. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that you were just worried sick about your father and about Trey. I'm truly sorry. Please say that you forgive me.
Okay, Mother, just stop flailing around, okay? And just let the sedative start to go to work on you. Now, why don't you just lie down, okay, Mom?
All right. Of course I will. Sure.
Come on, let me take your shoes. Good. Now, just try to get a little rest, okay?
I will, darling. I will. I think the sedative is starting to take effect.
Good.
Sloan, I know what a terrible day that's been for you.
Yes, it has.
And I'm really sorry if I acted badly.
Okay, just try and get a little rest, okay? If you need me, I will be in the waiting room.
Thank you, darling. You're such a wonderful daughter.
No, I wouldn't consider switching diapers.
Then Anita Hardy compared her regular diaper to Pampers' new form-fitting super absorbency size diaper.
I thought it was fantastic. She was completely dry. Her clothes, her pajamas, her T-shirt. This blue stuff up here must be what keeps her dry.
And wait till you taste it. What do you know? Cran Raspberry. It's good for you, America, from Ocean Spray.
But King Hussein, while agreeing to the concept of neutrality,
Where are my
no new
clothes?
commitments to either side. And now the weather for the greater metropolitan.
So what are you doing out of bed?
My clothes are gone. Who took them?
Why do you need your clothes?
I'm getting out of here, Brenda.
You have got a bad concussion and a fever on top of that. You're supposed to stay in bed for at least a week, Dylan.
I'm not staying. With all that's gone down here, you don't need me hanging around.
You're not well enough to leave. And I don't want you to go, so please stay.
It doesn't feel right here, okay? I shouldn't be here. Just tell me where my clothes are.
I can't. Graves sent him out to be clean, so if you don't want to go parading around outside like that, you're going to have to stay. At least for the night.
Great. Great. I saw you on TV.
Oh, yeah? When?
News. Coming out of the church.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible.
Yeah. Looked pretty crazy. You really know people like that?
Like what?
Senators, judges, you know.
Yeah, yes, I do know people like that, but so what? They're just people like everyday people.
Sure. So what's this Denning guy like?
Oh, Mark is a great guy. And Clarissa, she's Wally's mom. She's a real neat lady. She's been like a second mom to me. Oh, it was awful, Dylan. I mean, she and Mark are so much in love, and they've just waited years and years to be married, and to have it all end like this. Nope, it can't. It's not going to be over.
Why not?
Because Mark and Clarissa were meant to be together.
You really believe in happy endings, don't you?
Don't you?
They're traps. look for happy endings, and you end up flat on your face.
Well, you're cynical.
Just realistic. Like these two people, the senator and...
Clarissa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You really think that if all this hadn't happened, they would have lived happily ever after?
Yes, I really do.
Like you and Wally.
Right.
You know your trouble, Brenda? You read too many fairy tales when you were a kid.
Hey, if two people are in love, if they really love each other, why can't they have a happy ending?
Because life doesn't work like that.
It does if you're in love.
You throw that word around a lot. Love.
That's because I believe in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're in love, everything else just seems to fall into place.
Must be nice to be so sure of everything. I hope everything works out for you, Brenda. I really do.
Thought you might need that.
Thanks.
You all right?
How's Paula?
She's sleeping. Clarissa, I am very sorry about that awful scene my mother caused.
That's all right, Sloan. It's a bad time for everyone, especially for you.
I'll feel a lot better as soon as Daddy's out of surgery.
It's been so long. Shouldn't it be over by now?
I'll go see what I can find out. Where's Thomas?
Oh, Thomas. Any news?
Well, surgery's finished, and they're taking Mark up to the ICU.
Then he's all right.
Well, the bullet's been removed. And he survived the operation. It'll be a while before we know any more.
Well, how long until he's conscious?
We don't know. He's still in a coma. Dr.